Hello, my name is Ethan and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Ancestor League 3.22. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys huge, massive build updates, and I'm also going to show you guys how to find timeless jewels. But first I want to, because a viewer asked me what's the skin for the minions, it's a bismuth plated summoner's amulet. We also have the gold plated one, so you can make them all gold instead of all green, and it's an amulet that changes them all. It's actually so sick. And then now to get into the juicy part. So first, I'll sell you on the timeless jewel. So I started to use a timeless jewel, elegant hubris, with Caspiro in the name of Caspiro, and then it gives you this notable keystone, supreme ostentation. You ignore attribute requirements. So for example, I'm able to wear a convoking wand even though I don't have the int, and I'm able to wear this chest with 177 strength without the strength. Okay. And then it says, but you don't gain any bonuses from attributes anymore. And then this same jewel, I was able to find one that changed the deep wisdom into slumlord and this node into minion life. So it's 80 damage, 80 minion life, and the attribute thing. It's really good. And then I'll show you guys actually how to find timeless jewels as well, but I'm showing you why this is so important, and I'll show you why this is even better than you think. Because this is Ancestor League, so we have tattoos, and so I'm able to replace all these into nodes with tattoos of the Rongo Kurai turtle, which is reduced extra damage from crits, 10%, and I have 10 of them, so I'm crit immune, because I don't need the int, because, attributes don't matter anymore. And then so this is like tattoo league with this jewel. It's disgusting. And then I was able to change more into nodes into tattoo of the Valaco Scout to have reduced effective shock on me by 15%. I did 7 of them, so I'm immune to shock. And that's all I've done for now is the 10 of the crit reduction and 7 of the shock reduction. And I did one of these loyalty tattoos of Mata, so it summons a Mata, and it's actually pretty cool. I'm not sure how much damage it does, but it seems like it was helping me fight when I got low, so that's pretty nice. And now I'll show you guys how to find timeless jewels yourself and how to search them up on trade. Alright, so you open up Path of Building, and then what I do is, let's say you want to find this socket, so I allocate it, and then I pick the keystone, and I pick the notable that I'm guaranteed to go through. So deep wisdom for now. The rest of these are kind of bonus. Technically, you could filter by all of them, but you actually have to find this jewel on trade. That's the problem. So this will give you the most options. Anyways, you click find timeless jewel, and then you can sort it by the jewel type. So elegant hubris. You can conquer in supreme ostentation Caspiro. Then that's the keystone we want. Pain attunement is the jewel socket. You filter the nodes. This is one of the key secrets. Enabling this makes it so it uses your tree, and our tree is only 15 points. It's exactly what I pathed, so it's the deep wisdom, the notable, and the jewel, the keystone. So then you have to filter by nodes. So you select a node, and I'm just going to put it for you, slumlord. So then you can search, and it shows you all of these have deep wisdom as slumlord, so you'll get 80 minion damage on deep wisdom. Then you go, but how the hell am I going to search for all these on trade? But you can also click on one, double click, and then you can see that it actually puts it in your build, and then you can select the jewel and you can see it. So ignores, and then 80 minion damage, and then you can see here you have 10 life, avoid chill, cold, lightning res. You have evasion, melee fizz, lots of options. Not really that great, to be honest, but you get the 80 minion damage and the attributes if you find this jewel. So to find the jewel, you would click copy trade URL, another secret. You click this, and now it copies the first like 10 into a trade link for you that you just paste in. And then I'll show you guys this. Alright, so I have this trade. This searched up the first 10, so I'll also show you this one real quick. In game, when it highlights these, let's say I found one, but I want to select the next group, I would select the next one after, and then copy the next trade URL. So you see how then it does that. Okay, so then I'll go back to the page. One sec. Okay, so I found one in that one I just searched up, 57,200. So you could actually copy this and take it in a notepad on the side so you remember the number. You can also input it into, here, I'll show you this part. You could actually input it into the build as an item like this by copying it with that plus button. And then I have one more thing. There was another one in the other section. I found a 5840 for 3 divs, so that's 1 divs and 3 divs. And we'll put both of these into the calculator and actually see what jewel I found. And then you'll remember the number because it's on the jewel. So this one had the 80 minion damage, the thing. This is a real jewel from trade for 1 div, 50 lightning res, spell suppression. Okay. And then the other one, 3 divs, made 80 minion damage with a chaos res, life, lightning res, evasion rating. Okay, pretty cool. But yeah, this is how you would do it. And then I found mine as cheap as 35. I saw a bunch for 7 DC, and I saw a bunch for 1 div. Most people list it for 1 div because you have to divine orb an elegant hubris to get a new one. Which is really expensive, so they think that they should be like a divine orb if they don't know what exactly the jewel is good for. And then just for fun, I'll show you this extra thing. So let's say you want to take this, right? And then you could do find timeless jewel, and when you do this search now, it's going to show you one that has 3 on the actual tree that you made. So for example, 22,700 has 80 minion damage, 80 minion damage, 80 minion damage. So it's 240 with the attribute thing. But this one doesn't exist on trade, and also showing everyone how to do this, then basically everyone will look for the best ones, and even if it does finally come on to trade, someone's gonna buy it, and you're not gonna get it. But you could get a lot of really decent ones that aren't the absolute insane nuts. If you've ever wanted to use Timeless Jewel but didn't know how to find them, but now you know and you're really happy, then hit that like button. And if you guys hit that like button, you guys are new to the channel, then hit that subscribe button so you guys are notified of the next video. So now back to the build. So because of that, like I said, no attributes, and then, so I just have 80 minion life, 80 damage. I'm happy with this because, like I said, it was hard to actually find them on trade. And then, yeah, ignore attributes. So now I only have 64 dex, 80 strength, 106 int. So I didn't even need the strength and dex for my amulet. I didn't need the heavy belt strength anymore. So my old belt was just lightning res. I replaced it. Able to replace the amulet because I didn't need a bunch of dex. The ring had strength. I deleted that too. It opens up so many slots in your build. Creates so much freedom. It's really fun, especially this league with the tattoos, where we can then replace the tree of Atlas small passives with tons of strong effects. And there's even more than just this is just the int side of our build of doing the reduced crit and the reduced effective shock. We still have to do the strength nodes and the dex nodes, but we have so many int nodes, so I started with that one, and because of this combo, it's so sick. Alright, now the rest of the build update. So yeah, upgraded the belt, kept my chaos res, we're 75 across the board. I got up to 9,900 armor, where I have increased armor on a flask now. So when I press it, 14,000. When I press my granite, 18,000, way better. I also got reduced effective curse. I'm immune to shock, I'm immune to crit. This makes me immune to burning, ignite, and then I have LD res through the Quicksilver. We still have a instant Sacred Life Flask. And I got a new chest plate. Technically, I crafted this with an Essence of Envy, Deafening. And I hit a better chest plate than what I'm wearing, so I have to upgrade. But yeah. And then just 30 move speed res boot with life. And I got a +1 amulet with res and mana. I got the +2 helmet. I'm still rocking the +1 wand with trigger, and then I have the +1 wand with minion damage. I technically did yesterday craft some wands. I got +2. These two are +1s with a lot of minion damage, and then I got +2, +2, +2, +2. But they don't have open suffix. I'd have to annul, and I kind of want to make some profit before I just upgrade that with huge money, because I need more money to make more money, you know? rather than small upgrade of the build, personally, this time around. So build's going really well, and I instilling orbed all my flasks. And then a small tip, because people forget or don't know, Glassblower's Baubles, you won't have enough, and you could buy them, but they're kind of expensive. So then you can actually come to Whalem, and you can trade in blacksmith whetstones for Glassblower's Baubles, and you can trade in armor scraps for whetstones to get more baubles. And then the baubles are important for the quality, for the duration, but you also can do then the extra thing where it gets used when charges reach full, which is 5 Glassblower's Baubles and 5 instilling orbs. I also wanted to upgrade this flask, and then I technically could also make a divine flask instead, because I have a sacred. People were memeing me. It's level 36. Oh no. Oh yeah, Hungry Loop was added, but I didn't have any support gems in it. Now it's increased AoE, 20 mim, 20 minion life. The trick for this was I leveled them in my offhand to 19, and when they hit 20, instead of leveling them, I skipped the level, so it's like this, where they're ready to be leveled, which I guess I should level the precision. I have no dex requirement anymore. And then when they were ready to be turned to 20, put them in the ring, click the plus, and they get consumed instantly, and you don't have to level them up in the ring. You could level them up anywhere, just make sure not to level them to 20. Oh, and then we went double medium cluster Dreadmarch renewals. I think I already had this, but the Dreadmarch renewals are sick. And I also, just so you know, I did try Guardian's Blessing. I was running Chaos Golem Guardian Blessing with Haste, and so you have to turn on the haste every single zone, and so every single time I traded, and every single time I died, and every single time I portaled out, I had to return on the aura, and I would just forget 99% of the time, so I literally didn't, it's like I didn't even have it, it's not made for me, and I don't want to use it, so I took it out of the build, and I'm now running Phase Run Increased Duration, and it's already 4.16 duration with a 4-second cooldown, because I'm using Mistress of Sacrifice, because I want the trigger to do the offering to give me the move speed, and then with the phase run we can get up to 86, and then with the Quicksilver 128 already this early on. It's really sick. No mage blood, no what was the other thing? Oh, no ashes. Like, it's really sick to have that kind of move speed already. It feels really good. And then you get a shrine and you go 50% faster. We're hitting like 180 and shit. And a final, I remembered when I was editing, people are going to ask, why 9 zombies? How did you do that? It's a level 25 zombie gem. And how do I get 4 specters? 25 specter gem. Just because I know people will ask, and I did include it. Now I'd like to thank my Patreon and YouTube members who financially support the channel. Thank you guys so much for the support. Rico549, David, Steven with a PH, Steven with a V, Cynic, Hannes, Lewis, Nicholas, White Wolf, and N8. Thank you guys so much for the support.